Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Willow, Season 1 on Disney+. And yes, they made a long-awaited sequel to the campy, classic fantasy film from the 1980s from George Lucas, and Jonathan Kasdan is taking the reins developing this series. And we have Willow Ufgood from portrayed by Warwick Davis back at it again as he's trying to help a crew of young potential heroes try to stop something from happening. And that's the thing about this particular series is when you really look at like the big crux of it, it's like what a prince gets kidnapped or something. And that's the whole entire crux of this. You have this group of young people. You have this Ellie Bamber's Allura, who is this young potential sorceress in training. You have those supporting her, Ruby Cruz and Aaron Kellerman's Kit and Jade, who have something for each other. And you have like Tony Revolori as Graydon. You have Amar Chadha Patel as Thraxus Borman, and you have this whole crew that wind up grabbing Willow and whisking off on an adventure, and each episode feels like a Monster of the Week type thing. They have some kind of weird creature with great costume designs and production designs and all the fun campiness of the 80s like instilled with it as well, and some really weird, odd choices in terms of like music throughout this series. And I'm just like at one point like this season wraps up with like Money for Nothing by Dire Straits playing. I'm just like, what's this have anything to do with the fantasy world? But you know, it's silly, it's weird in the way that it has that tone, and it doesn't take itself very seriously at times, and it also goes really far out there in terms of what it's trying to present. There's a lot of cool and interesting creatures and stuff that they introduce as well along the way. I just feel like the overall quest is muddled and not particularly interesting, but you do stick in it because like Warwick Davis is great. We love Willow being back. Some of these younger actors bringing their A-games and bringing these characters to life that we could potentially care about. It's not something that like you really like. None of them are absolutely fascinating or extremely dynamic actors, but I think they're all doing a fine job here. It does kind of feel like sometimes it's a real low budgeted thing where it's just like, is this really like a Disney Plus production or like Lucasfilm having all this money pumping into this? But it does understand the charm and the campiness of it all and has some fun with that. It opens things up to this fantastical world. You have some fun characters who pop in, like Christian Slater is in a particular episode, which was fun. They talk about Val Kilmer's character a lot, just don't have him in it. But this series, I didn't love it. I don't think it really clicked with me 100%, but like I had a fun time watching it. It was much more of like, oh, I'm fine with this and enjoying some aspects of this. Some of the dialogue's clunky and some of the acting can be at times too. It doesn't feel the most refined, but was Willow. So I think that's the kind of like campy, weird, silly kind of vibe it's going for, and it hits that. It does that pretty well. And in general, I think this is a fine little adaptation, this long-awaited sequel series to a beloved fantasy classic, and you know, I think people can have fun with it. It seems like there's some pretty harsh critics of it, but I had a fun time. But those are my thoughts on Willow Season 1. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.